Welcome, welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. We did it. Paris Saint Germain did it. Look at this beautiful picture of Hakimi here. Paris, 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 Paris. Paris maintenant avec la finale de la Champions League. So I don't even what to say. You know, it's just euphoria. At the moment, it's just great happiness, great feeling. We're into the final, but obviously, job's not done. And I think scoreline wise, perfect. Predicted 2-1, got it 2-1. It was obviously very tough in the beginning, man. Very tough. That first 20 minutes, man. Thank God Donnarumma is the best goalkeeper in the world. That's all I gotta say. That Odegaard save. Then the Saka save later on. But we managed to survive. But Arsenal were obviously pushing up really high, so there was so much space in behind. Kvara hits the post. And then, baby, we get the golazo. We get the golazo. Partey. You know, Arsenal fans were telling me, yo, Partey's missing. Partey's going to be back. Yeah, Partey costed you guys both 2 goals. Both 2 goals. Shout out to Partey, man. We missed your first leg. Maybe we would have won more than 1-0 in the first leg. But, yeah, Fabian hasn't scored a single Champions League goal in his career. And he saves it for today. What an absolute belter by Fabian Ruiz. And then we had that 2v1. The Kvara Barcola, man. I got so mad. And then I don't think that much more happens. Second half comes. And Arsenal are so bad in that second half. I think they gave up in that second half. Like how they came out. Obviously, they had some small moments, some set pieces here, some throw-ins. Saka there at the end, desperation. But it felt like they gave up going into that second half. We played much better in the second half than in the first half, in the beginning of it. And then obviously we get the Fugazi penalty. Vitinha misses it. And because we were 2-0 up, like on aggregate, I was calm. And it didn't cost us, obviously, at the end. But luckily for us, when Arsenal could have potentially had momentum and confidence, we immediately just got the goal. Ashraf Hakimi, absolute belter as well. Osman Dembele with a cheeky assist for that Ballon d'Or run. And then obviously, captain Marquinhos. Marquinhos from deep. You know, underneath his PSG jersey, you could find a cheeky Arsenal shirt. He tried his absolute best to get Arsenal back into the game. And then, honestly, they would have been back into the game. I mean, 1 goal, already a little bit back into the game. And then Saka missed that open goal. If Saka scored that, we're 3-2. Arsenal got all the momentum. It would have been a crazy ending. Thank God he missed that. But we're still seeing some immaturity from this team sometimes. But this is what I've said about PSG this entire season. They make it tough for themselves. They make sometimes some stupid mistakes. But they always come out on top. We always come out on top. And, you know, winning both legs. First time we've done this since, obviously, Brest in the round of 32. So that feels great as well. It's a surreal feeling. First Champions League final since 1920. Second Champions League final in our history. First Champions League final after, you know, a 2-legged semi-final as well. You know, that Champions League run maybe it was a bit fugazi in 1920. But it feels great. Obviously, in the last 4 years, we've been in the Champions League final twice and Champions League semi-final twice. It's imminent. We're obviously coming up against Inter Milan. We're gonna potentially talk. We're gonna obviously talk about that in the post match, and I'm gonna make a lot of videos leading up to that game. But it's still so far away. I mean, we're on the 7th of May. That game is gonna be played on the 31st. Still a very long time until the Inter game. We obviously have some cheeky Ligue 1 games and Coupe de France. But at the moment, we should just enjoy the moment, celebrate reaching this Champions League final. You know, what a season we've been having. And then it all comes down to that 90 minutes in the 31st of May. But now, let's go in more deep into the game. I actually want to check the stats. I don't really know what the stats are for this game. Paris Saint Germain, 2-1. Beat Arsenal at home anyway. Beautiful, man, beautiful. This is revenge as well for that Fugazi victory in the group stage, man. Such a Fugazi win. You see the momentum, man. Look at that momentum, man. Arsenal first half, poof. But that's the thing, like we can score, and that's what I think I love about this PSG team. We're improving scoring off momentum. Like that first half, bomb, 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 man, bomb. Then obviously the Ashraf goal. Where's the Vitinha penalty miss? It was around here, I think. Then Saka gets that goal. But no, it's a different kind of performance from Paris Saint Germain. Getting out possessed at the back. I don't think that has happened a single time this season. I want to give props to Arsenal, but I felt tactically Luis Enrique actually adapted a bit into this game and was like, you know what? Even though it's only 1-0, we're going to treat it like we have a lead to defend. We defended for the lead and countered versus Arsenal's space, and that's what won us the game. So XG 314 for Arsenal, 19 shots, 4 big chances, only 2 for PSG. .314 XG, 174. 2 big chances, missed both of them. They had 4 big chances, 3 big chances missed. Let me take a look at the big chances they're talking about. Martinelli. Okay. Yeah, it was the save from Donna early on. Obviously not the toughest shots, but it's extremely close. Anything can happen. That's one of Arsenal's big chances in this game. Due obviously needs to do better from the opportunity. Bradley Barcola needs to do better from the opportunity. One more big chances we got. Timber headed it out. Yeah, it was from like a corner. Fugazi. Vitinha penalty, huge miss, obviously. Hakimi golazo beauty. Is this Saka goal? No. Okay, so this is a... Oh, okay, so it's the rebound before the goal. Okay, so you see Arsenal's XG a little bit Fugazi. And look at that, because it's a simple tap and it's such a high XG. Saka, Dembele. Yeah, because probably a lot of Arsenal fans... Who played better this game? PSG. PSG played better this game. But once again, people will look at the XG because the same thing happened after the first. Like, Arsenal fans were like, oh yeah, but we had the higher XG. No. If you want to talk about XG, you got to understand what XG means. You got to go through XG. As we just went through here, the high XG is extremely fugazi. But you know what? Couldn't care less. Let's go back into the team. And madre mia, man. It's simply, you know, go some stretches here over Arsenal. Raya, huge penalty save. Apart from that, made some good cheeky saves here. And the goals we score, I mean, he was never going to save the Fabian goal. And neither the Hakimi goal. Kivior, I remember when Barcola won it from him. I mean, mid. We should honestly be going at this guy more and so on. But yeah, Skelly, he was like between decent and good. Like had some good and bad moments. Saliba, fuck, man. When that foul was called, I got so mad, man. Because he was shitting his pants, man. This guy was shitting his pants, man. But yeah, not world-class centre-back. Timber's actually good. He made it very tough for Kvara this game. Ødegaard. Apart from the shot he had early on, another, you know, Ødegaard ass performance. Partey costed Arsenal the 2 goals. Rice, you know, just another... Looks busy. What do they say? They say there are some players that look busy, but they do nothing. That's Declan Rice for you. Martinelli stinks. Merino stinks. Lost the most duel. I mean, he was getting out aerial duel by. Look at that. Only won 3 out of 11 aerial duels, man. And Saka, fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. Nuno had a really tough game. Saka was really good. Scored the goal, obviously. And had that top left finish. But I said this before the tie. It's just like Liverpool. It's too much reliance on one player in attack. Here on Saka. It was a bit like that for PSG last season with Mbappe. And yeah. Before we go into the PSG players, I actually just want to see one cheeky stat, which is duels won. I love to look at this after Arsenal. Oh, yo, look at that. Oh my days. So we outdueled them on the ground again. And this time we actually beat them in the air 25-13. I'm so happy we have exposed the Premier League for being a garbage set piece physicality rugby league, man. Horrendous. Moving into Paris Saint Germain. Donnarumma. If you don't get called the best goalkeeper in the world, then people are lying. People are lying on your name and they're hating on your name because you are truly the best goalkeeper in the world. What you've done for us this Champions League knockout stage is what we've been wishing for every single knockout stage. But, as they say, rather late than never. So I'm very happy with Gianluigi Donnarumma once again saving us. Saving us, Donnarumma. The Saka save, the Martinelli save early on, the Ødegaard save, and then back in the first leg, the Martinelli and Trossard save. Donnarumma, genius. You're finally looking like that. It's Euros Donnarumma. Got one game left on him. One game left. Yashin Award, everything, man. And it's so deserved, Donnarumma. You've been absolutely sensational. Ashraf Hakimi, I felt he was really uncomfortable in that 20-25 minutes where we weren't good in the beginning of the game, but started coming into the game, was a great outlet, was pushing up way more in this game than he did in obviously the first leg, because Arsenal were pushing up much more. A solid game from Hakimi. Marquinhos, solid, then got the mistake. And Marquinhos, I'm tired. I'm not even going to speak about it too much. Marquinhos is just too many big mistakes in the Champions League knockout stages. Capital, hopefully we'll win the Champions League for you, so you can end, your time at PSG good. But yeah, Pacho, another Champions League Pacho performance. The black hole, as I like to call him. Everything that goes in the zone of a Pacho, he got no chance. What was his aerials? Yeah, 4 out of 4. Just pocketed Merino. Nuno Mendes, another a bit Nuno Mendes game. He does some mistakes defensively. Sometimes offensively, sometimes some passes he was putting into center, absolutely disgusting. But then he gives you the magic. Then he shows you the Nuno Mendes. Baller. But decent game. João Neves. I mean, let's just take a look at the stats. This is the most complete player in the world. 27 out of 30 accurate passes. 50 touches. 2 touches opposition box. 0 out of 1 successful dribble. 2 passes into the final third. 2 times dispossessed. 3 out of 6 tackles won. 5 clearances. 5 headed clearances. 10 defensive actions. 6 recoveries. 12 duels won. 7 duels lost. This guy was bullying he was bullying them. Vitinha, decent game. Huge penalty miss, man. And he got to step up for that upcoming Champions League final. And I do think, potentially, and I hope he does, because Brest Liverpool, who's probably our best maybe across those 4 games, but now he got to come back into it, man. He got to come back into it, because I didn't like him in the first leg versus Arsenal as well. Fabian Ruiz. Him, João Neves, and Donnarumma. In these 2 legs versus Arsenal, absolutely exceptional. He's playing at that Euro level we saw from Fabian Ruiz. He's playing at that top tier level. And genuinely, these 2 players we might be looking at the 2 best midfielders in the world at the moment, Fabian Ruiz and João Neves. Vitinha just got back in. But definitely, best midfield trio in the world. Like, not even a conversation, not even a discussion anymore. Going in finally to the attack, Khvicha, I think he had a good game. Obviously can do better, but hit the woodwork early on, could have scored. Has some good moments here and there. Barcola, cheeky game, made some great runs. Once again, it's that undecisiveness in front of goal. And Desiree Doué, he couldn't obviously, take that responsibility of Dembouz. I still think he had some good action, some good moments, but especially in front of goal, the decision making, the finishing, he has to massively improve. But it's a big game. And yeah, it was Dembouz who was supposed to start, and then go over bench. Just I mean, Dembouz got cheeky assists, but apart from that, the bench is completely irrelevant for this game. But yeah, man, we're into the Champions League final. A lot of time left. We'll be live with the post-match discussing this game, celebrating a bit. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.